Zachary and Julian converse late in the evening in chapter 1298 while a bottle of premium booze sits on a coffee table. Zachary graciously declines the offer and mentions that Serenity doesn't like the smell of alcohol. Julian chuckles about the strength of love as he observes Zachary's altered demeanor following his marriage. Josh joins in on the conversation and mentions how Jasmine's influence has changed him. They have a fun moment. Josh and Zachary ask Julian about his ideal spouse once the topic of his single status comes up. The right person hasn't yet come along, so Julian is satisfied to enjoy his single life until they do. Julian acknowledges that he hasn't yet met anyone who has captured his heart. Julian is under constant family pressure to get married, but he doesn't seem to mind and prefers to live a nocturnal existence to avoid them. Next, Julian pulls out a yellow file from his bag that has a data on a topic Zachary had asked about. The necessity for prudence is emphasized, and he issues a warning that if the documents leave the area, they might be watched. In a somber manner, Zachary accepts the file and promises Julian that he has an outstanding memory and can memorize its contents after reading it a few times. Zachary discovers background investigations and images of numerous people connected to the case in the file. The file, according to Julian, contains details on a group of people who had previously eluded the law when their leader was apprehended. They are back and have grown to be a major worry. Julian urges Zachary to be cautious and warns that Jessica is being used as bait, so he should keep a tight check on her. Zachary nods in agreement to Julian's directions and declares his resolve to supervise the situation from beginning to end with a determined face. He is aware of the urgency of catching the offenders in the act and the seriousness of the situation. It was time for these people to face the consequences because they had eluded justice for so long. Zachary examines the background checks and the pictures of the people involved in the investigation report as he reads it in detail. He emphasizes how important it is to keep an eye on Jessica while being wary of the dangers that can arise from doing so. As the chapter comes to a close, Zachary is completely engrossed in the case, psychologically preparing to face the threats that are lurking around every corner and see that justice is done. As Zachary, Julian, and Josh cooperate to elucidate the truth and safeguard their loved ones, the scene is set for a tense and dramatic encounter.